Good evening, Bulldogs fans. Welcome to the post-game show after the Bulldogs defeat and shut out the Vernon Vipers 4-0 on College Night, presented by Mad Hatters. Pleased to be joined post-game by head coach Ryan Tobler. And Ryan, it was a full effort from everyone involved, shutout from Lukas Fürsten. But let's break it down and see what you thought on this one.
Sure, yeah. The things you noticed, Fürsty's obviously the obvious one. Good, we're happy for him. He really deserved it. He's been working extremely hard in practices and playing good, and when he has gotten the opportunities, and I love our 1-2 punch of those two. But the team, I think, was really happy for Lukas. So, and then about our team, he's the one that actually gives credit to the guys. He felt like he saw a lot of pucks and he didn't have a lot of work. So that's just a kind of testament to the kind of kid he is. He's a modest, good, humble kid. But from us, we tweaked the lines a little bit. I love what I saw, especially our ozone play, which we kind of focused on this week. And you saw it show up with our willingness to shoot the puck with traffic. And that was a good goalie, right? So we needed to get in his eyes. And I thought we did a really good job sharing the puck and then shooting it and going to the net. That's what stood out for me. So.
Yeah, and the composure that the Bulldogs had after, being snake bitten in that first period. A lot of grade A chances, but, they run into a little bit of a hot goalie early on, but then they find a way in that second period to get the job done. So good effort from the Bulldogs tonight, and, just the play as of late. I mean, this team has been really solid here, especially here at home. Since 2025, now 5-3. Is it something about this home crowd that the boys are kind of pulling through and, putting on a whole different level of hockey?
Yeah, I think the willingness to, right, like nobody was happy with the first half, and then there was a buy-in in the second half of the season, and then especially like we're not just playing out, the games in March when we knew we were eliminated from playoffs, but it's more like we're building for the rest of this year and into next, so we're not in this position again. So the buy-in from the players has been great, and the changes we made, and it's worked out, and you can see it in our play. It's nice to see the fans back and cheering us on. That's great always to see. But it's almost like when our last game is, and I think the sense of the group is everybody's like doesn't want it to end, especially when we're playing this way. So we'll finish strong here and give everything we got, and make sure we have the exit meetings with the players, and then we're ready to, hit the ground running next year.
Yeah, you mentioned just playing for next year, and obviously, and just kind of building for the rest of this end of this season. You take a look at that roster. You only have one player not eligible to return for next season. That's a good goaltender in Kael Clark. But when you see a performance like this from Lukas Fürsten, but you got all these guys that are stepping up, how does that make you feel as a head coach for the rest of this season, knowing that you got all these guys really working their butts off to make an impact to even come back next year stronger?
Not just me, like my staff, Cam and Brady, Doug especially. He's it's unfortunate that he had to take the brunt of the first half of the season. There was plenty of land to go around, and we didn't have a lot of the same players we had. So happy for Doug and Jody and the organization, Al. So there's things like that we're so happy with the play of the team, especially of late, and it gives us really something to build on. Our mentality, I guess, was if you were going to lose young, and then now we're just we're building experience, like you said. 120-year-old in as a goalie. Like a lot of these teams are full of 20s, right? Like the guy Dolan fought tonight is a 20-year-old. So it's just like, I think it's great experience for our group going into next year, and I'm pretty confident it's going to pay off.
Well said. Bulldogs will head to Spruce Grove, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks, Kael.
Welcome back to the post-game show, everybody. Continuing it on here from the Eagle Builders Center after the Black Falls Bulldogs shut out the Vernon Vipers 4-0. And joining me post-game is the shutout hero himself in Lukas Fürsten. 15 saves tonight, Lukas. And just take us through that night, what it was meant to you.
I mean, it was a really good night for me. Guys play really well. They helped me in these zones, so I just can say thank you to them.
Absolutely, and the Black Falls Bulldogs, they've really turned it on as of late. Now 5-3 in the year 2025 at home here at the Eagle Builders Center. Just what can you talk about with the play of the team as of late, just collecting these wins?
Yeah, I mean, like after Christmas, I got here, and I think like we win like better, and also I mean the small details, like we just better like in small details, so we can just win the game and like compete the best team in the league. So
like it. Well said. Keeping it simple and just working it day by day. And, you guys certainly have done that. Now you're looking ahead to Spruce Grove. So what's the details to, I guess, keeping this going? Is it a matter of just keeping things simple and just playing day by day?
yeah, it's exactly like you said, just keep it simple. And like for me as a goalie, just take the middle, because that's like the hard position for me. And also like just like talk to each other on the ice, like what we can do better, what was better, what we just should keep going.
And now it was one of those nights for you where, it wasn't the busiest night for you. You've been busier on other nights, but when you had to make the saves, you did. And just tell us a little bit about, what it's like to play these kind of games where you're not as busy. Is it harder to keep your head in the game when you're not getting as many shots as you normally do?
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, for me, like I was like battling with that this night, and I did like a lot of breathing like during the game, so that helped me a lot. So yeah.
Right. Well, congratulations again, Lukas, and incredible shout. Your first BCHL shutout for Lukas Fürsten. But the Black Falls Bulldogs will now hit the road as they head to Spruce Grove for a visit against the Saints tomorrow night. They return home next Wednesday for Teacher Appreciation Night for the makeup game against the Okotoks. We hope to see you here. Get all your tickets on Show Pass, and we'll have the call on Flow Hockey and the Bulldogs Audio Network.